Good evening, friends. Welcome to den traditionella bondedemokratin. And the time has passed. Yes, time has passed. And trying to... Yes, we're recuperating. The thing that never happened didn't happen, that the thing got left unattended and so on. We're forgetting about that. I'm trying. Yes. But we're building on the ship. Mostly though, we're initializing vehicle types. For the moment, this was taking slightly longer than it is. There we go. Although, right now, yes, there was another screw up, of course. Because you see that train that is coming in there with gravel, which is needed for the just-in-time system that we have for the cement plant. Even though there is a great heap of gravel just beyond the train unloader, but we cannot hook it up. Anyway, as we may recall, the thing that loads the gravel onto the train here is that burnt down, unfortunately. But it is rebuilt, yes, but forgot a little bit about setting this train, giving it new orders. So right now we don't have any cement, and the trucks are lining up. It's we seem to be needing quite a bit of cement here, and also we seem to. There was 300 tons of gravel on that train, and it just said, to that. That's ridiculous. We should have a longer train. We really should have a longer train. It is very short. It is very old. This is old. Not sure it is that old, because the cement plant is not that old. It is something quite recent. We finished the locomotive just in time. Very good. We'll do some hoppers. I don't suppose we have hoppers. One. Do we have hoppers over here in the rail yard? Some. Yes, and this is now for 4. Yes, 4 added on to what we had is not bad, but don't really have time to be sending this for a lengthening right now, this train. It is in high demand at the moment. And of course there also, but no, we cannot turn it off, unfortunately. Like all the gravel, please, to go to the cement plant, if possible. Because that's why it unloaded so quickly. We cannot limit aggregates. No, that's the thing. You cannot limit aggregates. And as I said before, this is a form of aggregate. This thing, these moving images and sound that we're doing here. But then, then it's going to take a long time. But I wonder what we're building that is... so I know something that we're building is this. Yes, they're out of concrete. Yes, the cement, gravel, etc. It's going to take a little bit of time for that to catch up. How's the ship doing? Well, they are working on it. Although I don't... Is it noticeable at all? Maybe. It is moving ever so slowly. Yes, ever so slowly. And this is not the optimum bus for this route that we're doing here. There's a ridiculous amount of them, but they are a little bit too small. Although then again, they seem to be running full. Yes, maybe they're just right for this. They're perfect. What are you leaving with? 56, right, pretty good. 6, not so good. 16. Not so good neither. Now you have done a bit of the clumping together here. This may not be the best way to do it. Now, what we should have done here, a train commute line, back and forth. But no, that's not going to happen. We have this instead. We could be building this a whole lot quicker. Because the steel, we seem to be keeping up quite well with the steel. Wonder, would this be a place for what should we call it here? City Hall, the Palace of the Soviet. Maybe it would. Which way should he be facing? It's so big that I get confused about how to use the interfacing. About how is the angle here of attack? Oh, I see. We should be... Yes. I think something here. Out here? Is that really... It is, quite difficult. It's a bit unwieldy, is what it is. This. I mean, yes, it's big and everything, but this is not a very nice spot for it. Is it? It's just not to build it. It's to... yes, the people of Husqvarna can be pointing, yes, to the west. Go west. Life is peaceful there in the open air and everything. This is going to take a little while to flatten out the terrain. Yes. It is. Yes, so now we're building both a tanker, which uses 4,500 tons of steel, and this thing, which uses 7,500 tons. And we might be gouging out the land quite a bit over there. We shall see. And this is not something you build more than once. And I've seen the modder. He has made a few updates, And if they do an update, you have to rebuild the thing. So we're not going to be privy to updates. And that's how all the game works. The stock buildings and everything are like that when they get changed. Yes, would you please finish? But that means that you can load up your first try, which is interesting to do. And have a look at it. Wonder if I ever done that, the absolute first attempt. Anyway, Husqvarna, come on. Palace of Soviets. Now you're moving it around. Don't do that. Please get back to, if you could. Yes, it's only at the far end now. There you have it. Yes, we made it. How bad of a thing did it make? Not that great, no. Because we won't be able to modify the landscape. This is it. This is what you have in terms of connections to the outside world. Yes, and some footpaths. Right then. You know what, we do this, we do a road and a bus stop and things out here is what they do. Bus platform even. Yes, why not? It's the palace of the Soviets, isn't it? So a bus platform. But the palace of the Soviets is going to need a road in here. Did you think about this? How to get the road over the railroad? That is not easy things to do. But here, yes, we shall not spare any effort here. I think we're quite getting the hang of this bridge building. Somewhat, maybe. We should see how this goes, but yes. Come on, something like this. And where do you want to go? Well, we're at a very awkward angle to go there, so that's not what we're doing. We could... That's the stadium, and here are rail. Here be rail. Yes, I suppose you could do a level crossing here. It's a bit of a cop-out. I realize. I admit. Is this? But this is just going to. This is not going to do any good because it's going to go up here, and then where do we go? We go over here. Yes, it's a really bad angle to come up here. Then I suppose you'd have to do a 90-degree turn to get onto. Yes, I suppose you would. Here. Not as many diggers in range here, it would appear this is taking longer. Maybe. We shall continue more. There we go. Racing landscape up here. Yes, are we finished now? About. Let's see about this. Oh, there. That's okay, ish. Then you come out and you do. Maybe this isn't so bad. Oh, it's quite alright, isn't it? Yes, we'll remove this extraneous, unnecessary bit, and here is whatever you need to do. Here, sure, why not? We'll replace any. $3.6 million. For a bit of road, yes. There you have it. How much is the palace of the Soviets? $345 million. Okay then. Not more. Okay. And that's. We should have that done in a jiff. Here. Well, it is not 2011. 6 years maybe, yes. But we're doing the ship too. How many work days was this? 392,103. Yes, almost 400,000. That's good as. And this ship, what remains? 140,900. That's a big project, this, and that is even larger. we cannot miss when this supposedly does the animation of going into the water here. But maybe one has to no, maybe I think it's done when it's done, you know. And if you miss it, you miss it. The iron mine is on fire. Oh no. Oh yes, this is something that was happening. Yes, slow down operations a bit, slightly. And we should have, if we head over to vehicles industry. Yes, we have ambulances. And we have, not that. Right. Okay, we cannot use the map. No, over here the hospital was not finished. Wait a minute. Where was it? Here they should have a second hospital by now. No. Yes, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and these 3 for another one, which is also finished. Yes. Where else? Where else? There's plenty of other places to choose from. But there you go. I hope that should get the rate up. We have 300 people, adult children. Yes, but we're only doing growth for growth's sake at this point. If one wanted to build more, here is certainly a very low-hanging fruit, this one. Since we required a second shopping center. We could do more in this style. They are all without job, but they are happy. And they all sit at home and watch television all day. That's what they do. It's on a television station. Yes. You're not very happy though, but your health is really poor. Drink alcohol. You don't have a pub out here, do you? Right, no one can get to. I'm terribly sorry. I'm going to fix this. You're not going to have to stay. I have fixed this almost. Yes. Just a slight administrative oversight here. Casino pub too. Yes, indeed you're not assigned. Yes, this should scroll faster with the scroll wheel. You know, it's too slow. But there we go. There more. Yes, give it to them. Oh, there we have it. It's running for full capacity. The cement plant almost as much as it does. And there they went out of gravel again. You're going to elongate this. We don't need to elongate this because we're not really that. It was just an unfortunate circumstance that made that happen. Not going to happen again. And that place is never ever burning down. As long as there is people in Domsaliga here, that is not burning down. Should we get a redundancy in? Yes, we have learned about redundancies, have we not? I have learned about redundancies quite a bit. It wouldn't happen to be this is the wrong type. No, this is the right type. One of those buses is from here. Here, no workers waiting, you say. We should build a bus stop out here as well then. But you go from here and to the here, the gravel area. That will take care of everything. Here, yes. Don't get any ideas about that, but there you go. I can name this backup cutscene shot. Yes, that will also take a slightly different route than other things. So if it gets clogged up here, they should still be able to get in. Yes, preferably we should not get it clogged up whatsoever. You know, that would be the best. Yes, it would. It's also a fact that we're living quite close to the edge with these. We don't survive long if the movement of the diesel on the railroad stops. But this is working incredibly well, though, I have to say. They cannot even store or export food. Bricks, I don't suppose they need any bricks here, you know. We have not been built, but we are going to need bricks, I would think, because we are building here. This, of course, powers the cement plant and other things as well. Yes. I mean, this is an unfortunate substation. It has been... No. Where does this go? Yes, it goes to the switch here. So whatever happens, you're going to have to... Oh, it's that substation over there that is being fed from here, I see. Well, then we can tear it down and just replace this with something different. Where do you suppose you have a transformer or something around here? Well, do you see any high voltage around here? No. Yes, I do. Out here. Do you then suppose that we have plenty of available connections? So now we spare no expense on this. Now we do it properly nowadays. Yes, here out building in the way. We'll do a... Yes, we're feeding this one, and we're also putting a switch in, or two, maybe. Why not? Let's get ahead of this for once. It's getting ahead of the electricity. I might even think that you're starting to learn how to play this game. After not quite 1,000 hours, but not that far from it neither. Did you really want to do that right now? No. Yes, I really did. Because it's the way it is. It's the way it's going to be for them here, unfortunately. Because we have to tear it out. This is going to be a very difficult turn. If it even is possible to the angle of connection is too sharp. That means I'm going to have to do something ridiculous. Such as this. Yes, this looks lovely, you know. Come on. You want to do this? Not so much. It doesn't seem. Even though, yes, this way we will. Yes, but it takes up a lot of space. You know what? This is never mind. This is offline, anyways. Yes, there you go. And here instead. Now, people, make sure that you get to work on this. It is very, very, very important, you know. And to make sure that they get going as rapidly as possible. We shall replace this. And let's not spend time faffing about with roads and things. yes, that ought to do it. Did you get auto-searched by a thing? I think you did. Where are you? Hello? I cannot find it here. It is there. I see it. There it is. Yes, come on. Play along, please. Thank you. Yes, you're assigned to 2 construction officers here. Very nice. Then, what we can do here, medium voltage, and remove here. But now this may not have electricity. No, it doesn't. That's the way it is. You're going to have to get to work on this as quickly as you can, and they are here. We just need the stuff, and it ought to be on its way. It is on its way. Yes. If we just remember to do this as well. Yes. Okay, so somehow a complex of these or something. How are you supposed to build these? Not like this, I don't think. This doesn't look right. Residential. Have you lost your, what should we call it, judgment? Well, building the palace of the Soviets, and it's not just something that you do. We shall see if it is something that you just do or not. Vampire house, here it is again. Yes, I don't know how to do this. We'll have one here. We'll get a bit of citizens, since we have adult children. And do we do it up here? It's always dark, of course. We're doing this at night. When else would you do it? So that we can see what it is in the way here. There's nothing in the way. Here, can we get 2 in, you think? We should get a bus platform into, but yes, I see it in the mind's eye or something. This is not going to work. There is something red. I think that's a bit of a leftover power line. Maybe. I think it was. No. Vampire house. Yes. We'll have it there, and then street. There's a street. That's the pub is in the way. Pub is not in the way. I wonder how many people are at the pub now. They've been waiting for a long. No one. No one is at the pub. Okay then. But it's there should you want it. Yes, and then I was thinking out here, now we could have a bus platform. If we ever wanted to get these people employed in doing something, whatever it could be. I don't know what we'd have them to do around here. That ought to take care of the adult children. 33,000. Yes. Very nice. Sergei will take you. if you just get some stuff in here, it will do wonders. Oh, this bit is already done. And to make sense of this, I think that we're going to need a bit of these. Quite a bit of them, in fact. It doesn't have a connection there. Okay. Yes. This was apparently not a good place to way to do it. Of course, it wasn't going to be. What did you think? They can walk here and they can get to there. That will be lovely. What we'll have them do though, I don't know. We could get the passenger station, a rail passenger station in maybe, somehow. That is an interesting concept. Where would you take them? And how? I don't think that's feasible. That trip, and neither to here. That would be quite cool if we could ship people in by a train to work at building the palace of the Soviets here. But before that's going to even be considered, we need to get this road built, and then we need to get this bridge built, and this road, and it is going to be a bit. Yes, would it happen such that the motherland here and Lenin will be facing each other more or less, slightly, at least in the general direction of each other. That's not quite staring, but 64%. What is this? Is not great. And yes, we are losing people. Are they dying? I think. Population statistics. It's October. Yes, the deaths. It's constant. It's steady. And it's far fewer than births, but it's happening somewhere else, I suppose. This is not. The hell, Husqvarna? What's going on with you? Here, what's the matter? Here, food. 7,684. That would seem to indicate that things are going quite well. Maybe it's just that we have so much housing available that it's not a problem. I suppose this. Although the low rating here is a bit worrying. %. We may even have increased the rate at which we grow momentarily here. Yes, should we just have a sanity check on this? Meat? Not a lot of meat, no. Not a lot of meat, but quite a bit of crops. We should turn up the production here a little bit, like that. Approximately like that. Yes, and there we have it. There we have it indeed. Oh, we have a road cargo station. They have livestock available, but that's not what you do. You unload the crops, but yes, a few more of the livestock ought to increase the odds of this increasing. And the total amount of crops, 13,000 tons. Okay, I think that's quite plenty that we have then. Where is it all? There is 4,000 in here. And I mean, these don't... here it is a bit. This has managed to be harvested and what shall I call it? Sown multiple times, but not picked up from. No, we have might not have enough trucks on this export of things such as this one. Then again, it's full over in the warehouse store, the grain storage. Valkavisk large aggregate storage. Oh, the coal heap is on fire again. It's a good thing that the firemen here are extremely quick on the case. Is right next door. Is what it is. And yes, okay, there we have it. It's a bit unfortunate. I want redundant electricity, but if I do something like this, then a whole lot of things is going to start running off Gamla Vettan here, and we're going to use like half the potential, and that's going to burn a lot of coal, and it's going to, which we need for the steel, yes, and it's going to create a lot of pollution. And we have the nuclear, god damn it, I just want a backup. Yes, we can see what happens, but it's not going to work. We cannot store or export wood. Wood storage almost full. Yes. Does anyone ever drive through the tunnel? I don't think so. Actually, since, oops, I closed down something that was supposed to be followed up on. Yes, it was the old power plant. Yes, the Swedish food factory here. It is quite significantly being manned from Hansasino, where they're not doing great for some reason. I don't know what's up with them, but they're not having it at the moment. 2 workers without job. Yes, but there are not that many workers, that's the problem. There should be plenty more here. As you see, now we have 11 workers in here and 8 megawatts withdrawing. That's not insignificant. But maybe it's worth it, you know, to keep the electricity a lot safer. Should we do a test? Yes, we're going to do a readiness test. At this current rate, we do this over here, Oskarshamn. All of you go home. Here we go. 20 megawatts, and you're coping somehow. Yes. And even around here, things are still electrified, such as here. Yes, very good. It is completely turned off, yes. And, well, she can still handle it if we need her to. Very nice. But we cannot have an automatic failover, really. Not in any effective way. We're going to restart this and see what happens here. As it drops down, but still half the power consumption of the nation. It's even doing more from the coal power plant than from the twin reactor nuclear plant here. Yes. Thank you very much. As all fires has been extinguished, extinguished so far, I think. This big black thing is one building. Yes. Nice. Nice. How is the ship coming? It's about 40% done. 40%? Yes, it's a lot of work. Obviously it is. It is called the Pride, after all. Is this finished? No, it's still not finished. They're still missing concrete. That's quite a backlog, I suppose. Even here, where we had this, they are still out of cement. Yes, it's a long drive down to the cement factory, isn't it? Out here. Building without power supply. Haven't you done this yet? You should be finished here. Yes, you have electricity. But of course this is too far away. Yes, it is quite too far away. Even. And we shall try and fix that by doing something here. Medium voltage switch. I mean, this is a bit on the dangerous side when it comes to fire protection, and that might have been a silly place to put it. No, it was not a silly place to put it. And we just took this up to each other here with some wiring, like so. And this is good when it's prepared with the switch, and we're not going to be any worse. Although this is not, we don't want this. No, remove road mod. There, yes. And there you have it, the electricity is on the way. Anything, yes, Katinshad, a huge construction office is on the case. You'll be, but you're quite happy. Yes, we should also get some kindergartens in here, I think. Maybe a few. And the school here, we have quite a few kindergartens. This is reachable from all the way over there. Yes, this. It's not going to be enough to cover all of them, but it's going to be enough to cover some. And that's good enough here. Don't really intend for all these people to be working anyway. food factory. Couldn't drive you over to the food factory, could we? Oh, I think that we could. Out to here. Here. Yes, I don't think that would be a problem. Not that we need it. Do we need it here? No, they cannot store or export steel. But the fact is that we're going to require an enormous amount of steel up here pretty soon. And we are requiring an enormous amount of steel as it is. Although this is being fed as it's needed, and that's all good. I'm not sure it's worth it doing something different here with the steel and things. I think that we'll leave it be and see what happens. You're missing concrete. Yes, what happened to if we're going to have a look at it? That. Yes. Well, the gravel, they have cement now. It's the supply up to Husqvarna that is lacking slightly. What is this? Oh, you're building electrical wiring. Of course you are. Look at this great activity here we have. And just in case it would happen to be a more efficient route, come on, you can certainly get over the railroad. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Told you. Overlaps with existing. Yes, there's a power line. That's not. Yes. Okay, you think you have it all pretty covered? This town is growing. It only has one hospital over there. It should maybe get a second hospital here too. Yes, this is not a bad idea at all. This is turning into quite something. This town. Equipment sits at the hospital. Yes, we'll slot it in here if we could. Yes, exactly what I had in mind. Thing is, you want quite a long run up to the hospital here. That's important because ambulances will queue and queue and queue and queue outside the hospital. Speaking of the ambulances, how many have we gotten here? Have we gotten some here? Yes, we do have some here. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. As we move over here, move out of the way slightly. And yes, for Volkswagen Kraft, this is not the right place at all. No. How about, are you finished with the second hospital up here yet? Not even close. Okay, well here, the second hospital in Polochevo, yes, they could use a few more. Like here. And also the second hospital in Hansasino here. Yes, right about here. Somewhere around here. Where did I leave it? Here. Yes. Yes. No treated patients. That's not the point. The main thing is that we get ambulance coverage, so that the children survive into adulthood. You see, it's increasing. For some reason. I mean, the ways of it are, it's difficult to grasp and comprehend as such, but it is what it is. Ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Dum, dum, dum. Ba-dum, bum, ba-bum, bum, ba-bum, bum, ba-bum. Ba-da-bum, bum. Right, here, this thing, okay, it's all... It's great, you should be growing quicker, I don't know why you aren't. Oh, you're out of chemicals, what else is new? Really, what else is new? Nothing else is new, because they're always out of chemicals here. Yes, and the third chemical plant is out of the question, because they are so goddamn involved. Yes, you know, one thing that one could do is get this chemical business on the way properly here. We have a bit of oil here. Here there is a bit of oil on a mountain, really. No, in the valley here below, yes. Well, there happened to be a bit of oil here, you see. Pipeline. No, that would be construction. Oil bitumen, oil rig, oil derrick. Here, yes, there is certainly oil here. We'll just get this as a placeholder or something for now. Okay, what were you thinking? What I was thinking was that this road is in the way, perhaps, but there is a mod, that is a factory, and the factory is what we're looking for, and the huge chemical plant is not that huge. The Palace of Soy is that huge. This is big. But it's quite big, and that requires crops, oil, and workers. And also this one. What is this? Huge. This is big. Yeah. What the hell is this? How many workers do you take? 500 workers. The same amount as this one, but this is. You do 5 tons of chemicals a day. You do 5 tons of chemicals. Okay, maybe this one is a bit overpowered then, and this one is a bit more difficult to run. 10 tons of oil, 50 tons. That consumes a lot of oil, though. That's your balancer, I suppose. And here we need to get everything. Wood. Yes, boards is not good enough for this. It needs wood. Wood is not on the railroad. It could be easily fixed. A little truck will do something somewhere that will have wood on the railroad. Do we really need that much more chemicals, though? Because the thing that we use it for is mostly nuclear fuel, and it's not a scarcity by any means. Really isn't. You're missing asphalt. Yes, I suppose we got a bit busy here now with everything. But this is, look at this, 140 workers without job. such potential. Don't have anything for them to do. They can always watch television. I suppose is what they do. Workers unemployed. You're working at the school. Good. You have a television. How can you be unsatisfied for culture? Don't understand. None of you are watching television. That's is something the matter with the television station? No, it's not as great as it once was. I don't know what has happened here. But given some time, I think that this will work itself out. 300 people. How many people are watching? 1,600. Oh, you wouldn't happen to be missing concrete, would you? Is this finished yet? No, it isn't. A small distribution office, Molna East, the closest fire station, was alerted. As I would hope so. Where is the closest fire station? It's all the way over there. Where are they then? There it is. Yes, I suppose there we have it. No, this is like the third time we play this track now. Sorry. Here we have something else. Okay, you did it. Very good. Is the ship finished yet? No, it isn't, but they are getting up to the deck, or what you call it, the outer, the thing here, you know, on top of the tank. Decking. Also, I don't know the English term for the thing. I know what I mean. Upp på däck. Yes. Oh, it's hard to believe that it's only 40% done when it looks so impressive already. There are so many buses here. As we're trying to keep this well supplied. And it's working, I think, decently. How much fuel do we use in a year nowadays? Consumption of resources. Vehicle fuel. Last year, 5,000 tons. So we're going for about the same this year, I think. Consumption of resources, industry, coal, 24 million worths, and nuclear fuel, 26 million worths. Steel, 28. Yeah. Not bad. this. We do have quite a large 175 million we have consumed. That would be the I would think this mostly that has really gotten the steel and plastics and everything going. Steel mostly, and that in turn gets the coal going. Iron, it's 10,000 tons of iron. The 176 million, that sounds like quite a bit. 184 million last year. Very nice. Overall production of resources here. Power 14 million. Nuclear waste 14 million worth of power and minus 34,000 worth of nuclear waste. It sounds like a pretty cheap problem to take care of this. Simple then, since it is cheap, it also has to be simple. Kind of chemicals. Yes, we do use a lot of that steel for 30 million. We have produced 2,069 tons so far this year. Last year, steel. You know, this window will really benefit from a scroll bar thing. 2,680. Okay, this. Yes, it's all going great. You know, here with the thing, crops and with the. No, yeah, it's cool. It's all good. It's all good. I cannot fathom though why this doesn't get any fuel. I don't get it. I have assigned a distribution office to unload fuel at the place, but it doesn't happen. But never mind. I can't quite be bothered about that neither for the moment. It's if it gets to be a problem, we'll bother about it then. This is quite impressive town, this, I think. Second hospital, are you no? But the groundworks are being worked on. It is incredibly slow. Missing bricks and concrete. No, you're steel framing. You're done with the groundworks. And down here, if we have a look, yeah, it's going to be a while longer, but it's not too bad. Electricity, if you could prioritize. We'd be ever so grateful. That doesn't help anything, because they cannot get, it only made it worse, in fact. Such is things. Okay, here we have something very, very slow, driving on the road, ruining it for everybody here. Cement. This is really going. Yes, we began at a cement plant and we will end at a cement plant. Dear friends, the future is still ahead of us here. The palace of the Soviets. I mean, yes, it is the year 2011 at this point, but we're building the palace of the Soviets in honor of the memory of the Soviet Union or something. I don't know. We're building it because it's the largest thing that you can build, basically. And because it might look pretty nice, we should hope. Some very loud train is making it out here. It will be the gravel train, I think. Yes, it was. Immediately the concrete plant stopped. Anyway, thank you so very much for watching, dear friends. Good night.